we had our striking committee meeting last Monday, the 26th. Present was President Doug McIntyre, myself, Don McCulley, Phil Roberto, Ted Lucas, Brandon Bradley, Jill Bover, and Crispin Bottomley. The committees. The committees are what run this organization. And some of these guys have been in this for a couple years, shall I say. I can't say how many times I've been on the striking committee or 10. But one of the guys that's been an auditor for a couple years, Jack Cease, has finally stepped down from being an auditor. For some reason, he says he's too busy. I don't quite understand why. But Jack, thank you very much for your participation and your help. Thank you. I haven't had a chance to chat with Tom. Seeing his sidekick is missing. We're not quite sure if Tom will stay in. We're hoping he does. But Brandon Bradley will be replacing Jack this year. Education is Ted Lucas. Historical Public Relations, Crispin Bottomley. Trophies, Jimmy. Sorry, I meant to ask you before. Myself on Laws and Legislation. Competitions, Ron and Rob Thomson. Nominating Adonna Somerville. Membership, Phil Roberto. Credentials, Miriam Kruper. Don read out the meetings that we're having this year. Again, there's a couple that are missing. You said October and April?
October
and April we had the host. Hopefully we've got Willoughby, Pelham 2, Station or Thorold 2. Fisherville will be doing the fish fry in May.
March is actually Alderman number 5.
And March is Alderman 5.
Camden,
very good. One of the couple of the things we talked about, education. Our plan is to continue with the education that we had last year. We had excellent monthly education. We're going to keep that up. For the departments that are hosting meetings, if you can let us know what you're doing, what education you have, or if you have a problem getting education, call us. We've got some contacts. If the education is known in advance, we can let Crispin know, and we can get it out on Facebook and Twitter. We discussed last year's convention for the education seminar. Attendance wasn't what we were hoping for. Unfortunately, we competed against a couple major fires and the firefighter challenge, along with a couple other items. We will be continuing with the education this year's convention. Ted will have more to say on that in his report. Historical, we talked a couple things. Historical and public relations, sorry. Possibly doing a presentation to the chiefs. We'd like to get a representative from each station. If you get an email, send it out to everybody. Don't just hang on to it. And we are looking into doing a survey to judge the feeling of our membership. There's a couple other things that are going to be talking about tonight, and we need your feedback. One of the biggest things is competitions. Rob and I did the Ontario Convention the last 2 years, watching what they do, how they do it. Ted and Jim Bradley came in this year. We had a couple conversations at our convention and at the Ontario. We would like to alter some of our rules. A couple of the ideas is shortening the field. There's many times we shorten the field to make do with what we have, the space we have, but we'd like to shorten it permanently, some of them. Another idea, and this is just talk, is to remove the tug of war from the accumulated points trophy and make it a challenge game where all the individual departments would be challenging whoever runs it or whoever has the trophy. We would be replacing it with hose replacement race. There's a lot of people that seem to like that one. Again, I say these are conversations, and that question will be in the survey. We're looking for some discussion. We'll be bringing it back to the general membership later in the year. Credentials. Marion is brand new, just like every other year. The new person comes in. They really don't know your face. They know the face, they don't know the names, you know? So if you're gonna sign a sheet, please print it legibly. A couple of the extras. Communication, we need to get out more. Crispin has got a Twitter and an Instagram account now along with Facebook. That appears to be the way it goes. We don't talk on the telephone anymore, we don't answer letters. It's all emails and Facebook and Twitter. If you see something, please pass it on. How many people take the Niagara District meetings and talk about it at their monthly meeting? You don't have to go through everything. Even if you just go with some of the highlights. What was big, what was important? Was there a good education? You know, things like that. Maybe we'll make some discussion to get more people out. The last item is the possibility of changing the time of our monthly meetings to 7:30 from 8 o'clock. Some of us are getting home kind of late. Ted and my bedtime is getting down earlier and earlier, so it's kind of late. More Ted's than mine. It will be brought up later this year. Again, that will be in the survey. Please consider it. We need to do a constitution change if we do it. So it will be brought up again in the spring. And this year we do have a convention. It will be hosted by Doug's crew from Thorold South. It will be June 16th and 17th, 2017. And for the people that remember the last one we had in TS, it was in year 2000, Donna. I remember. It will be in the same location behind the new fire hall. With that, thank you.